This is Real FM.
You tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, ear to ear. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need more close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So maybe I'm repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging, go now. And I did warn we. From the side to the country. Streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Go now. This is my humble petition. Announce the date for election. Go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. What are you doing? Expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That tax you might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. They try to stick me, liberate me. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Please, Mrs. Kamla. Take Munila and Sharma. Go. What are you doing? Nah, please. Them minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Grenada! Tell John public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat-eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni. Sweet man Glenn and Sharma came face to face with the karma. And it was awful, but true it.
Peace, my brother Gates.
High vibes.
Peace to all the listeners out there on Real FM platforms. Sunday, the 12th of May 24. Grenada is my constituency. Real FM is my parliament. I'm the people's spokesman, blessed and protected by the Ancient of Days. To Annlyn Paul, my mother Gates. I need to see this publicly. And Harvey, good day. How you doing? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Annlyn Paul. Because that woman will bring me here, agree? My father gave her and she brought forth me. So I cannot finish thanking her, agree? Even though all the rest of my days thanking her every day is still not enough.
What are you doing?
Bless Mother's Day to all the mothers of the world.
That's it, man.
Grenada, Carrico, Pitimatnik, the region. And because like I was reading something today ago and he say, my first room was in the womb of my mother. My first cafeteria was the breasting.
Yeah.
I now seen. So how could I not be grateful? As one Calypsonian put it, we must be grateful to the worthy cause. Because she was faithful to bring us here. And now the whole world singing it Happy Mother's Day. Get something on Mother's Day for them people. Put up something. Can't leave it dry so to.
I'll design something.
Eh?
I will find something.
So Igwe, the thing, I'm here to bring forth the facts. Facts has only one side and I want them to check me. Because we go lay down today. What the listeners do with the facts, Igwe, is a matter entirely for them. I hope they use it because knowledge is power. Igwe, I'm here to advocate for justice and truth, even when it don't affect me personally. Because justice delayed is justice denied. I'm here to advocate for those who cannot do it for themselves, Igwe. Like the short things, those are in the house and they can't come outside, they can't even have telephone to call. The indigent, the poor people, and the vulnerable. Yes, the vulnerable. I'm here to speak to those who are hurting by the actions of this government, Igwe, and to bring them hope by way of facts and information. Weep now, for joy cometh in the morning. Real FM, real media, no media. Where shame is absent, anything could happen. Like how the NDC throwing a blind eye to crime. And we go deal a little bit with crime today. Because national security affects everybody. Not NDC and NNP. It affects NDC, NNP. Those who say they just love their country. Those like me who always love my country. All the patriots, all the heroes. All the icons. Igwe. My allegiance, Igwe, is not to know my allegiance. Is to the Ancient of Days and my country. I put country before color. I am very supportive of the new National Party, but what is happening in Grenada calls for more than the NNP. I believe if the NNP was here, it would have been better. But it is what it is. Igwe. So to all those who claim they just love Grenada, because I hear some of them say they just love the country. For those like me and you, Igwe, who always love the country. For those who don't know if they love the country. For those who does not express if they love the country. I come today to beg for the whole of Grenada. Please, we need to come together. We need to come together, Igwe, as a country, to tackle the present state of crime and violence in this country. I want to use this platform today to appeal to the entire nation, not some, the whole nation, to join with the law enforcement arm, the RGPF, to take back the country. That is my humble plea. But to properly inform you there's some areas I need to touch. Igwe. So, I'm here to advocate today that we come together as a nation to tackle the gun violence, the gang violence, and all violence happening in our country. So this platform is being used today to make an appeal, to beseech, to beg, please, the entire nation, let's make a better try. And join the police to arrest and to take back our country from this state of violence. Because the crime rate, and nobody can come in and give me no statistics now. I would love to hear numbers now, you know, because numbers don't lie. Right now, Igwe, the crime rate higher than Selassie. I want them to come and start and give statistics again. Vanny Cohen, they say they're on holiday, come back quick. Because I send you a song today, Igwe, and ask if you copyright, and you tell me yes. What is, I will borrow something from it. Because I don't want plagiarism. They say Jaja City. Jaja tongue. They turn it in a cowboy tongue. Them think them are the ultimate. But we ain't seen nothing yet. And Igwe, we want this present administration, Igwe, and persons supportive of this administration like George Woman, them say we making noise in the bush up here. They didn't listen. We say to them, if you interfere with the social stability, crime go happen. We say to them, if I don't mash up the police force with politics, we say crime go happen. We say if poor people, children don't walk in, them women and them go out to open the business. And if you go in some parts of the Grenada, the woman tell them business open. They didn't listen, Igwe. We tell them men and them when they have to feed their children, they go find a way to feed their children and poor people, and all of us go living in fear. They say noise we making up there. They say we hating. But we was the only friend of this government because we advise them. We tell them again, we say, lack of institutional knowledge is a problem, so get some. Listen to people. We tell them, you're too arrogant. I don't want to listen. I want to curse everybody and tell them they don't. This thing is a recipe for disaster. We tell them all your inexperience, get some vex. Because we knew, based on experience and based on information, when somebody asks Bernard Code what he thinks contributed to the demise of the revolution, he say inexperience, youthful. You see arrogance, youthful, and you see lack of institutional knowledge. And we want Deacon Mitchell and the NDC, but they don't hear in us. They talk now their morning surplus. The people see. And you need to, and I need to go and clip all year, you know, because I'll go there with it all year. And I need the one with tools, say they have a lot of money too, because I'll go there with this thing, because we have to understand no picnic, no children, or grandchildren, we cannot flourish in our zone. And if here becomes our zone, and I told people on this program, they didn't listen. Because some of them feel, who is Master called to say it? I tell them when Chambers took over in Trinidad, there was a lot of money in the treasury. They pay money, they spend money, Igwe. And then crime start to happen. Dolce, they them start to bump up weaknesses and so on. They don't listen, Master Carl. They say, how can I shoot this Master Carl saying a noisy making? Now the thing come home to roost. on it? Or should we abandon ship? Or should we tell the Minister of National Security he needs to go? Because he don't perform any distinction. The only responsibility the people give him. Because he took the oath in Queen's Park, Igwe, between God and man to serve and protect the people. Could we say that he is protecting the people? The answer is no. Could we say that he is serving all of the people in Grenada? The answer still remains no, Igwe. So I ain't bowing. I ain't bending to nobody. Because I'm a citizen of this country. And when they make the mistake and they're doing stupidness, I go speak about it. Who don't want to speak about it? Or who want to take 100 days? Who don't want? Who afraid? Are fearless. Because for my country's sake, I don't think any sacrifice should be too difficult for us to make. Because I will speak to them and I still go give advice to them, you know. First and foremost, all you have money, recruit more police.
More.
That's the first bit of advice I give you now. Recruit more police and ask those who right to leave the work not to go. If you have to give them some incentive to stay, do it. That's the first bit of advice I'm giving today. Because you see, like I tell you, this thing is our country. If this thing was our party, I don't say nothing, I'm laughing, key.
You were next drive-by shooting again in Paraclete.
Agree. If the intelligence what I receive, if the police receiving that intelligence, and they don't doing nothing, what we go get to that, yo? You go get to that. You go me scared that long. You go. The medical school down here, there was a time when you had one in St. Vincent. You go. In Ratto Mill or someplace they call it. Yeah. Because I want them to fact check me. Stay with me, Igwe. Pull yourself together, Igwe. Get there.
Yeah, I'm there.
Be a man. Igwe. And crime in St. Vincent caused the people to go. I ain't wishing that for here. But then people start to talk, they start to have fear or crime here. And the Prime Minister, gallivanting all about. You notice every time you hear that thing and me out of the country? Yeah. But I go draw the parallel with the clip for you to understand what's going on. You know? And I have some questions to ask him. So, let me read the piece. Because I always like to put a piece on Sunday to say the thing right. The caption of the piece today is Organize Disorganization. Deacon's hidden agenda to curb the gun crimes that has permeated the spice aisle over the last few months is now open, simple. Let them kill each other, because you don't say nothing. The Prime Minister was quite repugnant when he distanced himself from the surge of gun incidents by saying that he is not responsible and it is just a matter of time before the gun pandemic hits our show. So he knew. He had prior knowledge. And in crime, they say you have to have the guilty mind and the conduct. So the actus reus and the mens rea. He gonna know that. So you have to get guilty in mind and the act have to be the thing. So he knows, so he guilty in mind. Because he say he knew. And because he having leadership by avoidance is the action. So he guilty. I want them to check that. To any right-thinking Grenadian that might have been the Prime Minister dumbling things over to come from the mouth of the Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, inherently, once you sit in the chair Comrade Deacon sits in, your duty and responsibility to develop a cogent response to the unprecedented, that never happened here. First time, rising gun crimes. If you don't like the heat, then Deacon Mitchell get out of the damn kitchen. Resign. If you can't take the heat, resign. The best strategy the Honorable Prime Minister came up with, as advised by the security advisors and the Commissioner of Police, is to institutionalize gun amnesty and preach no bail. Tell us what I'm preaching no bail, which goes against our constitutional rights. Igwe. Are you watching me so, Igwe?
You vexed today?
Well, as it's the obvious strategy has not created dent in the problem. Instead, it seems to have fueled the shooting and killing. It's as though the rude boys intend to finish their magazine before they bring in their weapons. Strange, but the guns from Four Roads told the commissioner them guys won't bring in the guns after they save up all their money to buy it. So, Igwe, we tell them that. We tell the Prime Minister, they don't give him no incentive.
No incentive.
The main fact that they won't charge you their incentive, that's the most ram good statement I ever heard. So you see how they're working out? As the gun amnesty start, people start to shoot people in. I want them to come with statistics again and numbers. Call a press conference and start to call numbers and say crime going on. As I think you're stupid, you alone are living here. So instead of developing a response, and I give them advice again, because I don't want them to see I only criticizing and condemning and giving the amount of advice. Yeah, people are telling me I'm giving a lot too much advice. But for my country's sake, like I say, I put it by country before party. Thorough education. Then I call a whole. So Andrews and the Ministry of Education I have work to do. Enhance specific police training. Improvement in equipment. You hear in the news. They hold somebody with a Glock and bulletproof vest. Police do have bulletproof vests. But they're spending $22 million to fet and bring Ron Redhead and all of them up in America to launch Carnival. But they don't buy in bulletproof vest for the police. You see Papi show? So they must go. Boost the morale of the police. So you know that mass exodus. So all these people won't go. So I tell you already, those people that right to go, call them in a meeting and talk to them. But the king's son and them don't have that ability, and the one by the pastor and them. Because being unduly familiar with the opposite sex is a strong suit. So the people say it is alleged. Develop a strategic intelligence system, but none of them up there can do that. Them retirees and them can do that up there. So Deacon Mitchell, you have to get a new set of people. Because the one, what is the commissioner talk out the competence? Tell everybody competence low, like a Guyana dollar. The king's son, he never been in this thing because he passed in immigration, he passed in traffic, and he was in SSU. He don't know, damn, he don't know. The one by the pasture, Coast Guard and Wales, so he don't know. Mom, don't know. Brother, but might have a little idea. But then, the thing is, all they won't listen to Jacob, brother. Then Vanny on holiday. And the man could have made the difference. The man could have stopped the thing. Tafa up here. They say he married to a MP, so he don't good. Right there, you see the thing mess up. The powers that be has decided to let the young people kill each other. I guess when they all gone, shooting will stop. The PM is simply burying his head in the sand, hoping that it will go away and blame NNP for it. Best of luck with your plan, Mr. Prime Minister. When you dismantled the police force and politicized the organization, what do you expect? The misfit in the home for the aged on Fort Judge simply cannot get it. We tell them that. We say if you mash up the police force, 2 sets of people in the country will go glad. Rogue police officers and criminal elements, and we're seeing that now. And we tell them that a long time ago, you know, Igwe. They say we're making noise. And our 12 people that listen to us, we're making noise.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50.
So the 1,000 who listening to them, they don't tell them nothing. Only making a set of ram good jackassness, yes, I say that. They continue to jackass the thing. The guns will continue to bust until the Prime Minister take full responsibility and engage the right group to the wrong. Let me go over that. And engage the right group to right his wrong. It's strange how the guns come out as soon as the NDC took office. Somebody tell me, Master Carl, find out when the guns come and what was the reason for the guns and who think they would have been in opposition still. A man come in my house and tell me that. I say, partner.
So how the guns were?
I don't know. He say, Master Carl, find out when the guns coming and why the guns coming. And who think they was in opposition, who they would have been in opposition. He tell me that's only saying what he say. They're not my words, they're his words. I say, pardon now, by you putting me in a bind, but I'm duty bound to give the facts to the people. So when he say, Master Carl, find out who bringing the gun. And then we hear the Prime Minister say he know how the gun and then come on the port. You remember he say that?
Yeah.
He say that? Say you know in America the gun coming out.
You see that?
So he tell me find out who know the guns. And he tell me find out what is the reason for the gun. And then when he go in, when he turn it back going, he say, find out who thought they would have been in opposition. I don't know. I only saying what they telling me because I don't get a rest from 2 o'clock this morning. You see how my eye red?
Yeah.
I can't sleep, my phone only ringing. Then I cut off my phone, my window knocking, cow. Men saying what going on, I'm calling you. You got the thing grimy. So let's go.
Thing real grimy.
Well, could we expect any better? Or Prime Minister taking selfies while stroking ganja tree? And then the man say, some of the guns are to protect the ganja. And it's because some men don't being honest. I don't know. Celebrating with his big friends. While he break the line, broad daylight. So the Prime Minister breaking the law by standing up by the genus of cannabis. If the priest could play, who is me? And when we tell the Prime Minister stupid is he doing, they was vexing. They say they don't see nothing wrong with that. But you don't see what he encouraging if the priest could play, who is me? A junior police officer called me, tell me scared, Gates, and say, Don Mackenzie, if Don Mackenzie what he solved, he would submit his resignation after being totally embarrassed by his boss. But then again, Mackenzie thinks in slow motion. He don't think in slow motion. So maybe he don't get to see the PTI yet. That's one big callaloo, as one person put it, a classic case of organized, disorganized. And you know who tell me that? A man I say he's a gunman forever. They tell me media have confidence into tell things because I informing the people, but them other people don't think. So, we have a lot of things to unpack here. So give me the gun clip, you know. Give me the gun clip.
From the time I've been in office, I've been saying this. Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region. And that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
He had premonition.
Say that again. Read that. Play that again.
He had premonition.
The time I've been in office, I've been saying this. Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region. And that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
He had premonition. Hello?
Hi, Master Carl, Igwe. How are you guys doing?
We did.
We did what?
Be careful when you call wolf. You hear what the Prime Minister said? It was just about time, in a matter of time before the gun violence reached our shore. You know, I tell you, people are living in fear in the Grenada area, in the Frequente area, just about all over Grenada. You don't know where you can stay to be safe.
Tillman Thomas say people walking with a smile. Call him and tell him that.
Where are people? Look, last night, all morning, this morning, the fire truck, the emergency vehicles down by Sugar Mill, following that thing that happened last night. And could you imagine? People are very, very fearful. You know what? You mentioned, Master Carl, you mentioned that, the training for the police. Why don't they bring back some of the guys who are the crime-fighting guys, like Al Dunbar, Gill, all these other guys?
Crime boss Trevor Modest.
Trevor Modest.
Joe Palmer, cool case champion.
If you're going to give contract to people, give contract to these people who have the experience in crime fighting.
No, man. They like those who singing on same political hymn sheet with them. They like those who leak information for them.
Well, this is crazy, Master Carl.
So they're rewarding them for the information they leak.
Yeah, well, listen, Bermuda is now trying to attract and recruit police officers. So could you imagine? That's why there's an exodus. Once these guys and them make their 20 years, they're no longer going to stay because of victimization in the police force, because of all these things that are going on. And you have some people who don't know A from the bull's tail. They're the ones at the helm. So what is going to happen? The rest of the world is going to look at Grenada, and laugh at us. We're going to become the laughing stock of the Caribbean just now, when Grenada was on top in crime fighting years ago. This is ridiculous, and it's very, very concerning. Very concerning for the public. You don't know where you're safe. You could be in a gun fight at any time. People could be just shooting, and the sad thing is they cannot find the perpetrators. They're saying masked men. I don't know if this is organized. It looks like it's something. I don't know. I don't want to cry wolf either, and I don't want to say too much. But with what's happening, the police can't do anything. Years ago, even just before the last election, You see police patrolling in the Grenada area, all around the Sugar Mill roundabout, all Montu, all over. We had community policing. The police would go into areas. People would volunteer information to the police. Not now. Not now. The people who are well trained in crime fighting, some of these people have been placed in uniform, placed on desk. So how do you expect, to bring down the crime rate or to get people? Because these people, I don't know for what reason, but most of these people are now street police, people who are detectives and all these things. I don't know what's happening.
So listen this, caller.
Uh-huh.
Don't go yet. Who is the acting Prime Minister? Andy Williams. Don't afraid to call him.
I'm not sure. Well, the thing is...
Before the election, Andy Williams say, if Grenadians vote back NNP, we will become like Trinidad. Young people will turn to crime. The people did not vote NNP. But when I talk about youth, who is them people that are dying now, not old people?
The youth.
So Andy, you are Lako. And that one answer the youth. The person say, watch, when you hear Andy say that, he say, I want NDC to see what go happen. Now he's seeing, he say, I want to see. And that man is the acting Prime Minister now.
But it's sad, you know what? You're not hearing a statement from the House.
No, they can't say nothing.
Because these people, irrespective of what happened, these people get killed. You don't hear anybody coming out and saying, we send condolences to the family.
No, man, they don't think in that. They're starting to drink rum and get drunk and wine and have fete in all about. They're studying people.
This is crazy.
This has to be madness. That is worse.
No, you know what? I know when you're a politician, you have to love people. You have to be there for people. But apparently, that is not happening.
You ever hear the Prime Minister talk about love for people? He say he like nice things. He's going to pick up nutmeg. He didn't say to love people. Leadership by avoidance. And the question is, seeing that he knew was just a matter of time for the gun crime to reach it, and he put I have to say he put nothing in place, because those people that he put in the RGPF, they don't want this salt. And I could tell them that on any given day, the track record, they don't have a track record.
But again, Master Carl, they've got the Prime Minister and advisor, the Commissioner of Police is there. I don't hear anybody talk about, the Commissioner briefing the Prime Minister. I don't know.
Carla, the present Commissioner of Police was the Commissioner of Prisons. And find out what happened with St. Vincent and the prison.
Oh my God.
And you go realize you should not expect much from him. Find out what happened with St. Vincent and the Grenada prison when he was the Commissioner of Prison. I ain't telling you. I don't prejudice in your mind. Find out and you will say, well, how they could give that man commissioner?
This is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. You know you have a program on TV they call ridiculousness?
Yeah,
that was going on in Grenada.
Yeah.
Ridiculousness.
It's sad. People are looking,
and they want to vex when you see that.
Chinese star in the Caribbean here. People are looking at Grenada in that way. No, I don't know where we're heading.
Grenada export one of the commissioners to one of the islands of the saying how he's sick,
Yes.
Now you reach up with them and saying that the best thing since sliced bread,
Well, not again. You're gonna see more of some of the police officers from Grenada going to other countries, because right now Bermuda is trying to attract some of them. Bermuda is recruiting, and as far as I understand, their package looks great. So everybody wants what's good for them, eh? So
the police call me and say, Massacre, we scared. We afraid.
Yeah, because the police cannot come up. They don't have any.
Because they're not providing the resources for the police. They provide resources for their friends, $500,000 for decoration, all kind of thing, but not the police. Anyway, thanks, caller.
All right. Have
Be
a blessed
blessed.
one. Bye-bye.
Yes.
You want next one again?
I'll lose it.
They'll call back.
Call back.
Igwe. And they say before the election, if they vote NNP, the youths go turn to crime. The people do vote NNP. And you need to, you the acting prime minister, you need to make a statement.
You're sweeting that seat.
And so to the prime minister, Mr. Telesford, I know you're listening, so tell him, when he say, he know, it was just a matter of time for the thing to reach in Grenada. And he did not know, put anything in place to help. And every time this thing and them happening out of the country, like he know when they go happen to, there are questions for him. I ask again, Igwe, what is the crime strategy? Is there a crime strategy in Grenada? I ask again, Igwe, what is the expectation of the public? Igwe, I ask again, how does the expectations of the public align with the anti-crime strategy? Because Deacon Mitchell, the Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou and Pity Matnik, in a press conference, threw the police under the bus and said the police are in a lie, making a false statement. Dan Mackenzie sit down right there and he don't say nothing. Vanny Cohen sit down there and he face perplexed, but he afraid to cough and tell the Prime Minister, you can't say that nonsense. And they saying best Prime Minister still. Only stupidness and only time. And they like to sing, going up. The crime rate are going up. And up and up and up. And nothing is being done. What is being done to arrest the situation, Igwe? They're afraid to talk about it. No man jack want to say anything. So the man say when the guns came, why the guns came, and who thought they wouldn't be where they are today. You see, when you answer these questions and add it to who pay for the rally and the big fete, you go solve the crime. All for now the Prime Minister guilty by mine because he say no. You remember he said he didn't know about the Samoa agreement? Huh? But he say no. The guns will come.
Get permission.
And as what? May 1st reach? As the May 1st reach, it will happen. What happened with the guns? The guns and them had nothing to do with you.
From the time I've been in office, I've been saying this. Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear, the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region. And that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
So Andy had some other sense somebody tell him take down the live when he talk that stupidness. But we have it. Anything, anyway, on Igwe.
We have it.
Crime rate going up and up and up. Good afternoon, Mary. And up. Happy Mother's Day, Mary. And up. Igwe. Play me Mr. Lacret with youth. Because I don't know if it's that what they have in store for the youth.
An NDC government
will ensure that youth in agriculture and fisheries, youth in diplomacy and diplomatic affairs, youth in sport, medicine, and sport leadership, youth in every division of every area and sector of government will be visible at every level of our political structure.
If he miss out two things, he forgot to say youth in prison, youth in the morgue. Jonathan, go and finish that statement. You don't finish it. Let's take it.
Afternoon. Hello?
Listen to your phone and not the radio.
An NDC government will ensure that youth in agriculture and fisheries, youth in diplomacy and diplomatic affairs, youth in sport, medicine, and sport leadership, youth in every division of every area and sector of government will be visible at every level of our political structure.
Look for the clip for me, Igwe, with Lennox Andrews talk about when the people ask, tell him, I don't know how to run government. Because it speaks to what's happening now, because the people, they ask those questions and he say affirmative.
Oh, affirmative.
Yes. Yeah. Because I'm playing their thing, I don't doing my own thing, Igwe.
So don't worry your head too much about empty treasury. We in the NDC, we have the exposure. We have had the exposure. Good? And we know what to do to find money, to look after the needs of our people. And as I have the mic, let me say, as we go around the country and we speak to our people, that's a topic that they always say to us, we go pay salary late and we don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country, and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. All right? Tell them that affirmatively. We're not going to pay salary late, and we know how to run a country.
So, Mr. Andrew, why the truck men in the St. Andrews area, I don't know for other areas yet, what bringing, how you call it thing, they fix it the Baba Green or the asphalt?
The asphalt.
Why 4 fortnight now they don't get in pay? Because you see, all they wouldn't pay late. And they don't get paid 4 fortnights now. So how are we to address that, Mr. Andrew? Because you say you have surplus. You see all bills paid, but these men, so they just bad minding the truck drivers and them. And then they tell all they don't know how to run country up to now. Every weekend is a set of killing. But none of all you within the present administration don't say nothing. Like are you satisfied and are you saying country that the best the country ever been with people dying? And they go. We talked to them a long time. But you know what they say? NNP did nothing.
What are they doing?
Boy, I read an article today by some, I don't know if it's George Woman, am I write it? They calling on NNP to help, you know.
I like that the same one of the read.
You understand? All them scared now.
Think you got a hand.
And that are the best Michelle How come the best Mitchell failing all you? Something missing, Igwe. Something inside shaking a bolt or a screw must be missing. So fix it. The national security apparatus, which is the Minister of National Security, a big failure, he has to go. The advisor to the Minister of National Security, a failure, he must go. The other persons who advises on security matters, like the one down in SG or anything, they have to go. Dan Mackenzie should go because he say he competence. He can answer a simple question of jurisdiction. He say that is above his pay grade and competence, so he must go. So, Massacre is saying all these people must go, so who should come in? And here's the thing is, the man, what is the plan to victimize since you're campaigning out who he married with? Bring him back. And then, who is the crime? I think who into CID, Ryan Hall. Well, if it's you, Ryan Hall, and if Deacon Mitchell and Whelan Thompson won't advise you to get help from Trevor Morris and Joe Palmer and Al Dunbar and Michael Francois and Terrence Mason and Gaston Gill and Bascom and Sheldon and them, here's what to do. Free advice. I've spoken to most of the police officers who leave, especially those who used to work in CID and drug squad. And they're willing to be in a committee that meets once every month and give you advice. So Ryan, they can't vex you in trying to solve crime. So which is fellas, because they say they're willing to help. Because it's about country here today. It was our party. I'm not telling all of that at all. But today is our country. Ryan, talk to them. Because Dan and them do thing in them. And Deacon and them do thing. And George and them get scared now. They now recognize the contribution of the NNP. But it's good. Because I know they would have come back to eat the vomit, so it's good. Nothing wrong with that. Recognizing that the NNP has to be part of the solution. I thought I could have run country in lieu of the NNP. I need to call Dr. Keith Mitchell and ask him how he used to do it.
Yeah.
Swallow all your pride because all you disrespect him one time in Parliament.
Yeah.
Go before him with some certain trousers kneel down in front of him. And say, Chief, we're sorry.
Go by get and wait for him.
Yeah, say, Chief, we're sorry.
Yeah.
We beseech you. The thing bigger than me and you.
Yeah.
How you got it done? What advice you could give us? Because in times like these, you swallow your pride. You don't let ego. Because after the thing fixed, all of us could walk and jam Dorothy. Because all for now, you can't jam in Dorothy. You have to fix Dorothy. And having this conversation here today, and persons could call in and add their piece, because it's a national something with the crime situation. Call in. Feel free. Give your views. They say the stone the builder refuse Igwe. Does become the head cornerstone.
You cannot tell me that you care about the persons who you work with if you put them in a position where they are unable to get a mortgage, they are unable to buy a car, because you are giving them deliberately 6-month and 12-month contracts because you do not wish to pay them any benefits, because you do not wish to pay them any pensions. That is poverty. That is confining you to a life of poverty. Second, a state will degenerate and will become a failed state if the government
is unable to deliver the services that it is expected to deliver to its citizens. And therefore, you must have a public service that is motivated, trained, and resourced to do its
Stop
job
it right there,
as a
Igwe.
public
Stop it
service.
right there. You need to motivate the police force. Because you know what?
I'm telling you.
You need to train the police force. I need to give them the resources.
The need.
Die not? You should do that as yesterday. Because you're not delivering to the expectation of the people. And in your words, you say it is a failed state, Igwe. That his words, you know. The thing about it is, they talk so much, we got cock. Mouth kill cock. They talk so much. No. You know, you take it.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hey, you go?
Are they? Is it true, just get the information that some killing take place today, because yesterday and today?
Hey?
Are you not information that some get killed today or yesterday or sometime today?
Yeah? You call that same reading?
Somebody just tell me that, eh? Come on the phone.
Guns again?
You're killing, I don't know if it's gone or whatever.
We telling you, go on, you're saying you don't know if it's going on.
Okay, I understand you now. Alright.
Alright.
When you are done, you go call me up there, you have my number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say Commissioner of Police Dan Mackenzie should be given at least 1 month to bring the situation under control or step aside, as many Grenadians are starting to panic and feel very unsafe in this Trinidad-style gang killing now. We say that, yes, no, we say that. Since they give him the 1-year contract, we say that don't make any sense. So are you late now, Judge?
We lost the call back.
So they late now, Igwe. It's like, hoorah, Carter, right? Are you late?
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Bro!
Yeah, bro. Well, a matter of fact, I don't know how true it is, but I hear some shooting somewhere in Blair.
They say that?
I don't know how true it is. So I don't know. Well, this place coming now, like everybody ought to be armed because you don't know where them people coming out from. Alright? So we have to look out for all things and everything. We have to look out for that. So protect your time.
All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Massacre.
Hey, man.
Igwe.
Hey.
Hey, what happened to Devon? Shit.
We don't know.
No, you had something to do.
Huh?
You had something to handle.
No problem. You know what I called you to talk about is this. I heard a clip with the Prime Minister. He said people wouldn't be able to use hose and to wash down can to wet plants. Okay, I agree with that. But what about the thousands of gallons of water he's selling for sandals every day? And I see they wetting water and plants with the same water. So I thought was the citizens was important, not foreigners. You could sell water to foreigners. They could wet the plants with the water. And the water we pay on a monthly basis, we can't wet the plants with. We can't imagine we can't. What nonsense is this? You heard that?
I didn't hear anybody say that.
Yeah, it was I think it was a President clip he speak on there. And when I heard him, I say, well, this man is not for we. You know, you're saying we can't wet plants with the water in hose. We can't imagine we can't with a hose. But you're selling thousands of gallons of water for night and day, you know. Even last night, I showed them water truck mine would be very hydrant right now. Taking water. And it's not small thing, a long tank. Thousands of gallons of water. And you're telling me I can't wash my car with a hose or I can't wet my plants with a hose. But the foreigners could use the water. That is not fair? Thank you.
Igwe, water is a national security issue. And if we don't see it as such, we having a problem. So it is a serious thing. The person talk about sandals and water. Something I've heard is that sandals have a system of fixing wastewater, the wastewater to where they plant. So they don't take in the, they purifying the wastewater.
That's good still.
Yeah, so but water is a national security issue, but I think sandals has a system where they use the wastewater, or they fix wastewater to wet plants. Like not everything we here to give facts. Yeah. Not because we don't just support things because it songs in a particular way. So color sandals has a particular way they fix the wastewater to where they plants. And because we're here to educate people and to give people information. You have anyone here call? No. Yes, Igwe. Let me take a break, Igwe, and come back.
Yes, sir.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash their lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need more close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So maybe I repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I'm begging. Now we and I did one week. Prophesy to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Now this is my humble petition. Announce the date for election. Go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. What are you doing? Expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas and down on the knees. And I'm begging, go now. They try to stick me with rage me. Go now. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Go now. Please, Mrs. Kamla. Go now. Take Munila and Sharma. Go now. Please. Them and their minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni, Sweet Man Glenn and Sharma came face to face with the karma. And it was awful, gone through it to pull. Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they does follow now. Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire. Now. Before the 5 years expire, like a dog with fleas, a dog on the knees. And a bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury, streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why a bleeding go now. Immediately. And don't forget your HECO. Now, please. Love to quarrel, always oral, highly immoral. They let the good doctor starve to death. Used to court him, once support him, no road to point for him. But once in power, they quickly forget. They love confrontation, so no mediation. The case by the Privy Council, but the warriors is settled. You see, you could make a fortune filling up a lagoon. The environment is boost out its people too. Is why I want them go. With them old lies they peddling now. It's only PR they selling. They wouldn't tell me the whole truth. The man just wanted a root. Before they carve out a mountain. Before the cost we start counting like a dog with fleas, a dog on their knees. And I beg it go now. Let's get the contract. Who profit from the kickback? Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I sing it go now. Tell Munila and Surush. It's best they seek refuge. Go now, please.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, ear to ear. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry, just to get it rowdy. But they wouldn't.
Yes, he goes back.
So why is the crime rate going up and up and up? The Prime Minister left yesterday with British Airways and he luggage over it. Anyway?
Mm-hmm. He luggage over it?
Yeah.
Why you jogging so?
I don't know.
Why been coconut, Megan?
90 pounds. Where you going with that? So why is the crime rate going up and up? The luggage weight up and up. Overweight.
So in Grenada.
I don't know why the Prime Minister had to move so with.
Why you jogging it? 90 pounds. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. What's up with you?
Well, boy, I'm just battling with the scenario that is happening in our country these days, boy. Just battling with that. It's tough, but it's fair. I think Laco in his own deliberation, when he talk about youth, he forget to include youth in one area. And youth in crime. Youth
in crime.
Yes, but he's right now. I'll tell you. Youth in every sector every sector of our political
structure.
And he's correct. That part of it is correct. But you don't see youth in high places, youth in diplomacy. You see elderly in diplomacy.
Retirees.
He retires in diplomacy. Retires running the police force and things like that. Now, the people who has the know-how, the people who knew how to govern and effectively combat the crime, the guns, those things. When you you finally allow them to go, you ask them to take early retirement. One gentleman now is the commissioner of Turks and Caicos, and people are happy. I mean, I'm hearing good reports about the gentleman, and he's working with people. But when you have a political leader, you have a commissioner that is not working with people, you cannot solve crime. Somebody called on the radio program the last time, and they talk about they commending the Prime Minister and Andy Williams about getting down with the youth and meeting the youth and telling them to ease back on crime. This one didn't happen outside of his portfolio. This one happened right in his nose, right in Grenada.
I had to say afraid to go there.
Well, the fact is, if the police is afraid, what about him? Some police, a policeman talked to me and he said to me, this gun issue is not an easy one to combat, because who you suspect that have gun, sometimes it's not them, but they're holding it for somebody else. And these are the issues that they cannot fight. The gang. I recall, I don't know if you know about it, Master Carl. I recall when the Ginger crew and the Bloods crew was rating, it takes Joe Palmer, I could call his name, Dumba and Modest, along with a few others, Gill, Frame, Kuten, Hall, to combat those young fellas, to get them to behave themselves. In those days, the Ginger and Blood crew with knife and cutlass. No, these ones they're fighting now, it's just the finger they're working with. And you know, these are issues that we face over a period of time. Now he has raised his head again. And apparently it's getting worse because, there are some people that can cross in that boundary and cannot cross in that boundary. So it's raising its head not only in one area of our country, but in areas of our country. Different areas. Look, in Blaise, another issue will happen again. No, today you cannot argue with anybody. Before you have a differences with person, they go and hide, get the gun, get the partner with a vehicle, and they blaze you. They rent a vehicle for a weekend, and you know what happened? After the crime put down, the vehicle go back. Nobody knows who owned the vehicle, what happened. These are problems that we face, and apparently, it seems like our leadership does not know how to solve it. Is not looking in the right areas. They are not dealing with the layman, the man on the ground. And apart from that, gentlemen, the economy put us in such a way that the monies that some people is making in this country only stay on the top. It don't reach down to the layman. And that sometimes must have been the problem. If you don't put place and things like structure in place, things in place to assist these young people, and you now know that you're putting a team of men to put legislation of marijuana decriminalization in this country. What you're going to do is to create a bigger avenue for mental institution and more avenue for jail institution and hospitalization and the symmetry. You have to create more areas for grief again. Because anytime you cross me, I know we are getting the gun already. And I understand fellas renting for $300 or $100 a day and they put on the crime. People has to know how to deal with those issues. You have to deal with the young people at every level. Put them in a organized structure and put them in it. Let them come out voluntarily. Let them earn a little dollar by themselves. Let them do something productively and not this violence. Because the first time when the issue is when they smoke or drink, and hey, I'm going to deal with that man. That man crashed me the other day. I'm going to deal with that man. And they don't hear, nobody hearing. Nobody seems to hear that. And that is how it starts. That is why we're having all this rise in crime. Cost of living rising. Crime rising. Fella salary, big time fella salary that come out from poor people rise up and top. Fellas getting
going up and up.
And 1.5 million, 1.7 million, 500,000 to spread joy. And the pressing issue, the burning issue is still facing us and we don't know how to deal with it. And everybody is going up and up and up. So crime must go up because the money is not trickling down so to meet the low man. So you have to rise up to meet the money. So it's up and up and up and up. And this is the problem we face. And we're talking about creative justice. Yeah?
That is transformation.
Yes.
Never forget. What we see now is transformation.
Oh.
All right, caller. Thank you for your contribution.
Okay.
Igwe, gone are the days. Let me take it.
Good afternoon.
Hello?
Gone are the same problems we have had 10 and 15 years ago. We still have them today. But here is Igwe. The way we used to deal with it 10 and 15 years ago, I was having a conversation with a gentleman this morning. He said, was so big, son and cutlass. But now the way we're dealing with the same problems and issue guns. Yeah, let me take it.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Calketo?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Well,
And I'm giving a lot of advice today. You say we doesn't give, I'm giving a lot today.
I'm trying to be good at you, brother.
I hope you're listening the advice on them today.
Yeah, listen to the advice.
So, if they don't taking it from me, you could tell them they take it from you.
Let me tell you something, my brother.
Let me hear you.
You have a next call on the
Let me take
WhatsApp.
it. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe the rise of crime in the country is because of the policies of this government. Mr. Carl, when you look at the situation, the majority of time when you find the crime is taking place, when it affects the poor man on the ground, because it's the poor man that spend the majority of money in any country. And when the poor man spend money money flourish in the country because it benefit the rich men. It benefit them because the poor man going and shop in the shop of the rich of the, those or the business people. But when you take out from the poor man to give to those who have, what happened? When the poor man look up and they look down, and there is nothing to get for them for the children, they go and steal, make and do illegal things. And when they do that illegal things, it will have that could bring the rise of crime in a country. Right? But once you see have a policy that will help to reach or that will help develop the poor man life, crime will already be done. Because the poor man will think about going to work and make a day, work out on day, work out on day pay. But when you take over the job from him, you have nothing to do. It's somebody else alive in. And when the night evening time later on evening come, you have to get things for the children. So you go and do illegal things. Mr. Carl, I want to say right now present in our country, we don't have a leader. We have a ladder. A ladder that is above there. He don't know how to govern, he don't know how to lead. And when you look at that, take an example. When you have the prime minister that check the ministries that he was in charge of, and see if you see any growth. And this is the ministry where the prime minister was leading, they had the greatest downfall, and the crime is on the rise. Check for national security. Right? Look at what's going on in the country. Look again what they do with the vendors. This trend is taking away the job from them with the money they getting to maintain the family. Give them trying to go to school, buy food for them. We should taking away that from them. Look at what they're doing with every day passing tongue. The posts are running them vendors. Yes, you might want them there. But before you take them out, they find some way to put them. Well, you don't take them all day to go home and sit down. Sit down doing doing what? And when you're doing that, while you're doing that, prices are going up, water bill going up, everything going up and up and up. So when a man look at it, I think you will sure you can purchase that. You have what you might do is not right. But then so now you say, so well, but yes, I know it's not right, but then I have to fight for my children to get. So I do believe the government change the policies and have the right policy for governing. That could bring a turnaround in the country. But once you see a government there and they don't love people and they don't care people and they only cares about them who have already, crime will always be up and up. And what I see going up is up and up and up is crime, and more poor people in the country get more poor and poorer every day. So Mr. Carl, have a blessing.
Yeah, Igor. So Igor, the same problems we had 10 and 15 years ago. We still have them, but these days men don't solving them by pitching out to punch and pelting out to big stones, guns. And when we talk about education, when we advise education, these are the things we speaking about: conflict resolutions and person's understanding. But this government is too busy looking to take advantage on greenback. And they keep...
We're too busy flying.
The leader, the last caller make a statement about a ladder. We have a leader.
A ladder.
But we have a leader, Igwe. Remember, in days gone by in biblical time, the children of Israel do the same thing what the Grenadian public did. The judges and the prophets used to be in charge. And things was going good and everybody around them had a king. So they cry to the ancient of days, we want a king. So the ancient say, I'll give all the king. When I give all the king, I'll give all some other things with the king to see I could handle it. And you have a clip there for me, you give me.
It is only fitting that wherever you are, watching down upon us, that we let you know that Morris, we love you, that Morris, we missed you, Morris, we miss your hero, and we wish you were wrong today because you would be 78 years old, and you would be proud to know that once more the young men and women, the senior citizens, the churchgoers, the prayer warriors, the labor unions, the youth, the fishermen, the market vendors, the farmers, the busmen, the taxi drivers, the hotel workers, the market vendors, the Imani workers, the contract workers, the travel workers, those who clean our streets, have all risen up. Our teachers, our prison officers, our nurses, our doctors, our policemen,
Stop it.
our businessmen.
All the names of the people he call. When you hear them people and they balling in Grenada right now. But what is interesting with? Morris died with guns. So the man dabble in the occult. They come and see, and you have people in Grenada who know better.
Dabble in the occult.
Yeah, and they sit down there and they clapping, they glad. So now what happening to us is what they do. They take the car.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Well, I haven't called for a long time because I was kind of up and down. But what I'm trying to...
Everybody asking about you. They want to know what happened to you.
Yeah.
So tell them you okay.
Okay for the time being. This man, the most violent person that ever passed through this country, the worst person that ever passed through is Morris Bishop. And I don't know why this person keep on glorifying and bigging up Morris Bishop. What happened to this guy? You're invoking the spirit of Morris Bishop. Are you crazy? What happened to you? Morris Bishop was a person. That man committed treason. Are you aware that treason is a criminal offense? A criminal offense that is punishable by death. Aren't you aware of that? You are a lawyer invoking the spirit of Morris Bishop. No wonder why this place is full of a lot of guns. Morris Bishop toy was a gun. I worked with Barclays Bank, and I am telling you, 1978, Morris Bishop and them went and bombed the Barclays Bank manager house in Lapsapine. Morris Bishop's car was used. He was identified as...
You sure what you're saying, eh?
Huh?
You sure what you're saying?
1978, Morris
Okay.
was charged, well, allegedly charged
Yeah, all right.
with the bombing of a Barclays Bank manager house in Lansapine. He was charged with that. But of course, 1979 came in, and of course, we know what happened.
Yeah.
You have to, again, who is the person whose vehicle was driven, the murderer who killed a gentleman by the name of Innocent Belma? Have you heard about a man named Innocent Belma?
Yeah.
That was killed in a bamboo bar in Adelphi, how you call the place, Adelphi, Birch Grove. I cannot understand. That man he has DNA in he's like a carbon copy of the devil. I have no apologies for talking about that, because when I talk about it on Shaggy program, everybody just want to kill me. How I hate Morris Bishop. I hate him. I don't hate him, but he's the worst thing that ever passed through this episode. That man is evil. He has no right to be on that $50 bill, and I don't care who the hell Rex. Huh? How could you put a criminal when this money comes into circulation in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union? People gonna be laughing at us. I have to take a crocus bag and hide my face. Always should take a crocus bag and hide all your face. Morris on that $50 bill. I have no apologies for saying the two people who has contributed significantly to the development of Grenada is Keith Mitchell and how you call him, Eric Gary. Those people that should be on the $50 bill. I mean, if they want to put Karani, it's all right. I'm studying Karani. Karani is a thing. These are the two people, and Keith Mitchell is not really my friend. As such, everybody know I blaze him about the passport selling all kind of thing, and them turn around and do the same thing. But these are the two people where put Morris. What the hell Morris get there? What Morris do for Grenada? Morris bringing the most guns. You're talking about guns that coming in this country. I didn't see guns yet. I and Mary lived through Morris Bishop era. That man used to bring in guns. And let me tell all you people who run in all your mouth and want to kill me on them program. Morris Bishop used to bring in guns since 1979. Guns in barrels of grease. Didn't you all hear that? You all know about guns that coming in this country? He that bringing all these guns. There were more guns in this country than the population of Grenada. What happened to all your people? When you see them moving guns, it's the whole country closed down in the night. You can't go no place. Morris. Every time I hear that man Morris, that just gets me crazy because I don't understand how you could be idolizing a criminal. He committed treason by his own actions. You didn't have to commit treason. You didn't have to kill. You murdered 4 people. My friend personally, how you call her, Brazan. He got killed. Edlin is the daughter. The man get killed. The murderer. You murder people. You are murderer. But yet still, everything is Morris, and everything. No wonder why guns started coming back in this country, because he was the man that bringing all the guns. So when all you invoking his spirit, that's what all you getting in all your hearts. That's what you getting, because leave the man away. As a matter of fact, all you know from Adam about the man. All of them are talking about the man. You're not wrong. You don't know anything about the man, but you're running your mouth and saying wrong thing, embarrassing yourself. Leave the man where he is. You don't know nothing from Adam. I was wrong. I used to work with Barclays Bank, you know, and I saw Morris the last time about an hour before he went on the foot. He passed up behind a vehicle. He was sitting up behind, and he was smoking. Everybody know he was a chain smoker. Morris used to smoke. Morning, noon, and night he was a smoker. I saw him when he went up there. And I know the kind of thing that went on. People get murdered, people killed. A friend of mine named Saltfish, he whole belly rot out. If I go to say all this amount of things, if I go to list the amount of people that got killed during the revolution time under the hands of guns, what happened to all you? These people like the Stanislaus brothers. You hear about them? Yeah, the Stanislaus brothers got killed. Them people come down from America to go to a funeral, you know, coming back. They open fire on them. These people from Adam, they don't know nothing about revolution, or you kill them. What about, you hear about a guy named Ralphie? You hear about a woman that they say that they find in a river and let me talk. Just leave me, let me talk. But I'm highly annoyed. There's a woman that they found named Cocktail in a car in, how you call it, in a river. How did she get killed? You hear about the 4 people that from Calais, just because, and they call them counter-revolutionary. They kill them, and they put them in the, how you call it, they throw the body in the sea. What about the man that they kill, that they find in the freezer, the deep freeze in Guave? What about the prominent businessman that they kill again, that he had a business in how you call the place down there in South? And I could keep on going on. What about all them people that was missing? All them soldiers.
All right, Miss Anne-Marie.
And you have to keep on. So what I'm trying to tell him, Morris Bishop, no, that doesn't get me angry. Because people just jump at me and say I hate him. I don't hate him, but he was no damn good for Grenada. And I don't find how he should be glorifying a criminal like he, and stop invoking his spirit. I don't know nothing about him. And he should not be on any $50 bill. And I have no apologies for saying that. Kitty Mitchell is not my friend, but the 2 people that significantly have contribution is Gary and Keith Mitchell. But Morris Bishop, I don't know what Morris Bishop come there. Leave him where he is. When all you invoking his spirit, all you bringing back all them guns that he contaminated this Grenada with. So leave Morris where he is and shut all your mouth.
All right, Miss Anne-Marie.
Right.
From the time I've been in office, I've been saying this.
Firing all pistons.
Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear, the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region, and that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
But Mr. Prime Minister, you is the one that is accountable, because you took the oath before God and man in Queen's Park to serve and protect the people. So how now you're saying that had nothing to do with you? You forget what your oath say? You understand? Because he talks so much, Igwe. Like he forgetting. But Mr. Prime Minister, fire the Minister of National Security. Fire the National Security Advisors. Fire the Commissioner of Police. Because they prove incapable of handling the situation. Advice. Contact the recent retired police CID officers, drug squad officers, and some ASB officers, together with people like Winston James, Trevor Modest, or Dunbar. And you have some inside the force, and put together a committee of persons. One, you will make the officers who are retired feel important and they being part of the crime thing going forward. Two, the kind of knowledge and information they have, those people and them, those retirees you have on the foot, have nothing with them. And thirdly, some crimes go solved. So it's a win-win-win for you. But then again, your ego so big. And then make Tafa appear the commissioner.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah, hands down. Yeah.
You get.
Yeah.
Let me take it.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi, how are you?
I thought it necessary to call after I listened to the sister about Maurice Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said that Maurice Bishop was a great orator. He was very charismatic and people love him. And in the international area, people highly appreciate him. I see him as a common criminal in Grenada.
So you have to tie it on him with manje kosher rope.
Great injustice to our people. What happened, I think Deacon removed lead on the calm and tranquility and peace in this country. Why do I say that? He dabbled with the occult. You don't do that. Individual members does that in a society. It is not as impactful as when a leader did. Deacon Mitchell is the chief shepherd, and he dabbled with the occult when he attempted to raise Maurice Bishop's spirit. He told lies to the elderly, the physically challenged, disadvantaged children. He deceived the children of Christoph. And then Deacon wanted to establish vengeance as a policy. I have not heard him speak or explain restorative justice. But restorative justice in political practicality, as Bishop would say, workability on the ground, is vengeance. So I'm not surprised these things happening. 5 or 6 years ago, I was speaking in radio about a level of hate that was endorsed by the National Democratic Congress. And with all these things in the society, a number of people have not condemned it. Then it tricked the individuals on the question of legalizing weed. And Deacon still make a movie by holding weed tree on social media. So we remove the lead. My heart goes out to the police. We have a very good track record where the police is concerned. But Deacon has disturbed the leadership in every ministry in this country. And I do hope that those people close to him who could nudge him should nudge him to walk away from that path. Yeah? My brother, thank you.
All right, blessings.
Okay.
Very thought-provoking contribution there.
Dabble with the occult.
Dabble with the occult, and that's a problem. Because when you dabble with the occult, it doesn't affect you alone.
No.
It affects the whole community. And the occult there was with guns. So that's why he was so bold-faced and shameless to see that had nothing to do with him. Igwe.
The time I've been in office, I've been saying this. Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region. And that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
So why he going out with all that load, Igwe? Why he luggage had to be over with over 90 pounds?
Next thing the man jogging out, eating and having smart then. We just did think he jogging.
Minister of National Security, you ought to know about organized crime. Because he's a corporate lawyer. You ought to know that. And you ought to know in the Royal Grenada Police Force, most of the persons trained in organized crime, fighting, some leave. You let me take the call.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I as I heard that the lady made a lot of comment there. I just wanted to say, yes, while some of us will agree to what she says, and the caller after that complimented what she said, yes, I agree. But all in all...
Yeah, but we don't want to make the program of that subject, eh?
No.
All right.
All in all, crime, yes, has a routine cause in our country. And as a result of that, I'm saying there is good about every individual that got passed through this country. There was not all that bad, whether it's socially, internationally, and locally. I think a lot of doctors today can benefit, talk about that. Some of the programs like maternity leave program, yes, they can benefit that. I mean, when we say, like people said, Dr. Mitchell in his tenure here didn't do nothing for Grenada, and the most development took place under him. I think it's very sad to say that a man passed through this country and he didn't do nothing for nobody or nothing for this country. It is very sad. So I wouldn't say, yes, it is completely truth, and no, it is completely false. But I am saying, give what is due to a man, what is due to him. And that Calypso said, give them the flowers while they're still alive. And I am saying, in order to help us combat issue, we have to put aside the hatred.
But some say if they want flowers, they plant it, eh?
Yeah, some of them. I always say we have to combat the hatred. No. It depends on a lot of us, seniors and educators. Politician has to take the lead. But when you see certain things happen, some of them sweep the issue underneath the carpet, because a whole barrel of gun came on the port and a man was freed of all charges. Where did the guns go? What happened to the guns?
Listen this before you go. If the government truly wants to address the crime and gun situation, they need to provide resources to the police to go after the criminals by enforcing the existing laws. Find creative ways to motivate the police and get them back into the game so they won't feel afraid and take the fight to the criminals. At the same time, the judiciary must play a willing role to send strong message to perpetrators of gun violence. In conclusion, I say that the government missed a golden opportunity to effectively address gun crimes in Grenada instead of bringing a bill to give amnesty that no one will accept. And we say no one will accept it, and as the amnesty start, people start to dead. Because we know that what would have happened.
Exactly.
All right, caller.
Thank you.
Right. Igwe, you see, this government seems now to think. So I want to call on some people now, the critical thinkers in Grenada. Well, I want to call on Tillman Towers. I want to call on Ray Roberts, Wheelie, Jude, Bernard, and the Sandra Fergusons. All have been sleeping too long. The crime affecting everybody, not NNP people are only affecting. So if I already sit down there and glad that pressure was on NNP people, the time has come when the thing affecting everybody. Where are you there? You know the human they ask Ron Redhead where you there? Where Roberts and Tillman Thomas and Sandra Ferguson and Jude and Willie and them there? Because the crime rate high like Selassie. Because a man say NNP offer Kalalo soup, they say nah, we want ham. So they say take now the high crime in all you. Yes. And the Prime Minister leading by avoidance, he hiding. He like Adam in the garden, but even Adam was found out. You know? Even Adam tried to hide in the garden and he was found out. So the Prime Minister we go find you out. And the day go come when we go cast the verdict on you. Because you're guilty of turning this place into a failed state by your explanation. Because I say the people's expectations is not being met.
You cannot tell me that you care about the persons who you work with if you put them in a position where they are unable to get a mortgage, they are unable to buy a car, because you are giving them deliberately 6-month and 12-month contracts because you do not wish to pay them any benefits, because you do not wish to pay them any pensions. That is poverty. That is confining you to a life of poverty. Second, a state will degenerate and will become a failed state if the government is unable to deliver the services that it is expected to deliver to its citizens. And therefore, you must have a public service that is motivated, trained, and resourced to do its job as a public service.
Stop it, David.
If you systematically...
So, they say since the gun thing start take this kind of toll, they say they can't remember no time the PM met with the... Let me read the thing carefully. They say they can't remember one time the PM met with senior officers to give their take and plan about gun issue. So the person say, Massacre, don't be too hard on Dan Mackenzie. Because the one by the past year, he seems to be reporting and not Dan Mackenzie. So if it's the one by the past year doing that, you have to do better than that, the one by the past year, the mash up phone one. If it's you at reporting, because that information suggesting that, you have to do better than that. But then again, you don't know. All of you check the thing, all are trying to help them the way. They just have somebody who don't know. Because this thing is not about fraternizing, you know, Igwe. This thing is not about being unduly familiar with the opposite sex. You know. This thing is about crime and how you're affecting the country. You know. So it's not about drinking the dirty water in the yard or be the water in the dirty yard. It's for the pig, you know. In the yard, you know, Igwe. This thing is more than fraternizing and being unduly familiar with the opposite sex. It's about crime. And they should know the fear of crime. Igwe. The fear of crime is worse than crime itself. So if every weekend you expect somebody go dead, you're living in fear. So if it's the one by the past you are reporting to Deacon and them, you have to do better than that. But then again, you don't know. That may be out of your competence too. It might be within your pay grade, but not your competence. You see, that so they have to make this, the one by the pastor, they have to make him go. The king's son, they have to make him go.
Dan Mackenzie, you know you have to go. But I don't know what I bringing back mom for. I don't know what mom adding to the thing. And they say the damage captain. You see the captain where they answering phone in the radio room? Yeah. Captain, they say you sit down the whole day and you don't do nothing.
What him?
A superintendent of police.
What him? You know?
They say he's a greenback, I don't know.
Oh, so they put him in a corner.
So captain, will they answer in phone of the captain? You see how they misusing resources? And they bring in, and captain don't retire. Captain is not an old fella. Captain might have more than 10 years to go. But they bring in people that retire. So they will have a retired home with persons with no claim to fame in crime fighting. Captain fight crime all he carry in the police force. Or they put him to answer phone. And then all you're saying about succession planning. And all you're wondering why the crime rate high going up and up and up. They wondering. Come on, man. Come on, man. Forget your ego and study to protect the people. You see, when someone is labeled about having a goat mouth, it means that the mouth have curse, and what is said from the mouth does come to pass. So when Deacon said the guns will come into the country, it's just a matter of time, and he has nothing to do with him. Well, the crimes committee has come to reality. Yeah, so, Igwe, you think Graham. And we speaking these things on them not because we don't happy, you know. You there's an issue we want to check. Well, they say the Prime Minister going to Ghana. What something that is baffling.
Give up Dubai.
Something that is baffling the people is simply this. The delegation, which includes Honorable Joseph Andal, Minister for Foreign Affairs, Trade and Expo Development, will attend several walking events, plenary sessions on digital public infrastructure. Who is the other people in the delegation? He say it includes. So to include meaning other person. So why don't you tell us who else to go? And that taxpayers' money, so we could ask. That we money. But every time you have a situation in the country, the Prime Minister finding a way to go. Igwe. And then he said he didn't know, it was just a matter of time for the gun to come in, so he knew. So and if he didn't know that shooting and what happened, by?
Man, see, he had premonition.
Yeah?
No, he see, he had premonition.
What is premonition again? They are big one?
Premonition is like you could see the future.
Well, get it for the people because we're here to give them facts. You know? I tell them facts as one side. You know?
Man, see, he had premonition.
So we just breaking
because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region, and that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
Yes, he agree. The man see a premonition.
What is the meaning of premonition? I tell you to look for the people, help the people understand.
Okay.
When we come out here, a 9-year-old child should know what we're saying. We don't want to sitting and the other thing because we want them to fact check us. We don't want them to really be just trying to pull one on them.
All right, so premonition, a strong feeling that something is about to happen. So, especially something unpleasant.
So every time he get this thing, he leave in the country.
Every time he get a feeling.
Oh, so that's why like every time he out. What? So people, the Prime Minister, premonition. And premonition simply means you have a strong feeling that something bad go happen.
So anytime you see down there and you realize something, I always wonder why the guy traveling regular swan. Every time he travel, something happening. But I didn't realize, that's why the guy dabbling in the occult. You will say me, man.
Are they school children are there in case they want information too?
So the guy has strong premonition, which simply means you just know when things bad go happen. So it just happen every time something bad go happen. He live in the country and he live in Andy in charge. Wow.
Sorry, family.
Leadership by avoidance. Ego, no picnic can flourish in a war zone. And he has become just that. Wow. Somebody say the RGPF has become the RGHFTA.
What is
Royal Grenada Home for the Aged. Because of the retirees they have up there. And they call it a succession plan. Wow. Igwe, somebody say check the YouTube to see if you're working.
Yeah, it's on. I'm good around here.
Huh?
I'm good.
But why they say they're working?
Maybe the internet break on their end. Tell them refresh. I'm good on mine. We haven't had no breaks in the past hour. Let me see.
Wow. All the time, the thing come clear to premonition. The man, that's why the man does lead the country. So every time he lead the country, something happening. Which is sad. Wow. Yes, Igwe. So,
see now the good thing
what I seen?
about spice mass. I will forward it to you.
Well, I don't even. So I was browsing through Facebook yesterday.
I see nothing there. I don't know.
And I'm not here to give any fault to anybody because it's the asphalt. And Miss McQueen, the water lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that too.
Because she crying for some asphalt on some road up there. But Miss McQueen.
What you find out about that?
All I could see, they really have heart. If they do New London McQueen that, expect who they see as Greenback, they want nothing to get from them men and them. Well, I was still going to tell you and all you look for that.
What do you vote for? I'll take that. Yeah. What you find out about that thing I sent you there? Something going on there. Good afternoon, Mr. Watts.
I don't even, you see them things that I'm took, we are not even giving them lighter day because we expect that from them. Because the man say he get a gracious offer.
Yeah.
And he never explain. So all that is part of the gracious
Allah
offer.
is part of it.
So traveling on behalf of with them or with them, it's part of the gracious offer.
Okay.
What you're saying is the gracious offer.
Okay.
Because he wouldn't lose pocket and all kind of things like that. Chatters on the street say, because I just talk about Captain. They say the next one is Dixon. Next. And they say Damian Lee. Your next one is Chop. Because they believe these people are greenbacks.
Real free NNPA.
I don't know.
It's so ridiculous.
While the West Police Division and Carrico. Yeah, there you go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jibre.
Hey!
And good afternoon to Massacre.
What a one?
And good afternoon to all the Grenadian people, home and abroad. Happy Mother's Day to all the
Well, bless Mother's Day to you.
Yes, Dr. Mitchell brought me to church this morning.
Wow.
And yes, he bring me to church every Sunday. He bring me to church, and we had a wonderful church service this morning. That man bring me to church every morning, you know. And on Sunday, the only show I don't go. It is not in the island. It's Dr. Mitchell not in the island. That's the only show I don't go because I have to walk and because of my sick leg. You understand? So I don't know how people calling the man wicked, and he's so wicked, you know. It is so sad. Massacre. What is going on? Look at that little boy, that child. Well, my heart went go out to Liz, because I live with the son. I know this children, I see the children born and grow up. It just sad to see how they die. We die. So much are killing. So much are killing in this time. So on my advice, as a parent, as a mother, grandmother, I want to ask parents, don't run your children when they come around. Tell them you love them. Give them a good word. You love them. Because when you chase them and they go on the street, they go and get a new family. I just try with mine. My son is disrespectful to me, but I still call him. Sometimes he don't answer. I still calling him. I still leaving a voice message. I still saying, boy, I send a money for you. Go and buy something you eat. Come and wash your clothes. Come and bathe. I don't run them because when you run them, they just go and make a new family and they just end up dead. Because they go the wrong set of people. It is so sad and all this. Feel it? People listening to me now, my heart goes out to you. Because I see all these children grow. I live on Cooper Hill. I see these children grow. And they just call me Mom. Whenever they see me, Mom, I'm big up. He's a nice boy, nice child. I can't say nothing bad because I have children. And to Mr. Anthony Boson, if you don't have nothing to say, sir, hush your mouth. Hush your mouth, Anthony Boson. All the time you've been with NNP, you didn't speaking out, you didn't say nothing. All of a sudden, people like you and Miss Delma and Alistair Ben and all you, is a bunch of old crook. All of you is old crook. All the time, all you there with them years. All you didn't say nothing. All you just see Kit Mitchell look good and Kit Mitchell this and that. All the time, all the years. And all you should shame to talk about NNP. All you should shame, Mr. Boson. You know why? I'm telling you, all you should shame. Whatever you achieve in life is under the NNP. What you achieve in life, the money, the estate you have. Yes, you had your education and you could have get home anyway. But what you acquire under NNP, you shouldn't say nothing. Even if you don't like what's going on, you should keep your mouth shut. Nobody will trust you. I believe all you getting paid, all you bad mind people, Mr. Anthony Boson. I come here telling you that. You all these bad-minded people. You understand? All the years. And you never support me in the last election. You could say what the hell you want, I don't care. You never support those and misled the lady and the young man. You want to run this. You really support them. But you was against them. So it's a set of crook. Dr. Mitchell, them was all crook. Them is all crook. You know why is a crook? Are you bad mind? I don't trust all you. I don't trust all you. And that is not nice. Because everybody listening. People calling me out from America now. What am I saying on television there? That's not the man that they running hotels for plenty of years. Eh? Are you bad mind people? But that cannot stop Dr. Mitchell from breathing. You breathe still. Or you can't stifle him. You still breathe. Oh God, Lord, a shame. A shame. A shame at all of you. I remember Massacre.
Hey.
They had a meeting in Grenville for all the NSC women. And the number 8 or number 10 or they called you, man. That woman did Dr. Michelle all the praise in Papa God wall for helping her. So when I hear these people saying, because you go with NSC, no problem. But don't go and run down the people you eat and drink with. All these Judas. All these Judas. I have no apology. All these Judas. Are you betray Christ? As how the man betray Christ? All these Judas. Or you can walk the street in Grenada and watch people in the eyes. Have a good evening, Grenada. That's what I have to say.
Blessings.
Camille, I'm be very grateful to see Miss Yolande. Miss Yolande, special greeting to you. She was a very good person to me, that helped me. And Peter David, nobody saying nothing for me to hear. Because I put it on, and Dr. Mitchell, this is 3 people in Grenada that always look out for Miss Camille when I was in a dark hole, when I was in a hole. They pulled me out. So I trying, Papa God, that I don't have to end up like people like y'all to go and run out your mouth and Dr. Mitchell. But you will not get your reward. Claudius Mitchell will not get your reward from man. He's going to get it from the Almighty God. I know that. From the Almighty God. He don't do me nothing bad, so I can't say he's a wicked man.
Alright.
Yes, have a good evening, Grenada. And let me tell you, don't call me phone, eh? Don't call me phone to tell me nothing. And when you see me in town, pass me straight. Some of them are hypocrite on them. Pass me straight. Because I'm watching something with Alisa Bain. In a meeting with Latonim. Pass me straight. Because I will curse you. I tell you I will curse you bad. Have a good evening.
Alright.
Comes leaving bud.
You right, take it.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, man.
Call come on my receipt. I have my receipt too. What goes and do they surprise me?
You have receipts?
Yes, I'm talking with my receipt. Not now Bolton trying to break up NNP. He make Mr. Tobias resign. He bring a lot of news to Tobias. So he should be in my house every day. Mr. Tobias is a very good man. He's a nice fella. He's a kind fella to all his constituency. But both needs to give him a lot ahead concerning Keith, about Keith and the party and this and them kind of thing. Call Tobias and encourage Tobias to resign because he wanted them like to open a party. But Mr. Tobias smarter than that. You understand? That man was he's a wicked man, and he should really think about where Keith taken from to where he is today. The people that work hard for Keith, people help them, Keith helping people like him, like he so. When he was in trouble, Keith take him out of trouble. And they always tell you the dog, the hand not to feed you, they just bite it. And it's a cruel thing to be kind to people, most of it. Because you kind of just come back and eat your body. That man is a wicked man. He's conniving. And I have my receipt, and Mr. Tobias will be, every time you have a meeting, Mr. Executive, Mr. Tobias coming up, what both say and what both say and what both. When I was sitting up and up, and I would not these people, they wasn't surprised. That's why he couldn't come and tell us that he resigning because nothing to say. He couldn't tell us that why he going. But I knew that he thing. I beg him not to go. I beg him. I made up his mind because he say that man look what the man telling. So that doesn't surprise me both. Because I mean, you should remember where you come from. Right? According to Kami, you should remember where you come from. and where he is today. He's cruel to be kind. And the people that work hard, they doesn't suck this either. Them let us come and enjoy it. Anyhow, have a good evening.
All right, caller. Caller say he got the receipts.
Yeah, man, come clean.
So you want to know who is the rest of the delegation on the trip to Ghana? And by the same time, we want to know why the Prime Minister luggage was so heavy.
You had premonition again.
He had premonition. So, on the premonition thing, Mr. Prime Minister, we want to know what you knew about the shooting and when you got the premonition. Anyway, you find that a good question to ask.
That's a good question.
Because the people want to know.
You had the premonition, so you go on time.
Why, Igwe, like I say all up, we need all peoples to be part of the solution, Igwe.
All hands on deck.
Yeah. We need to come together as a country. Forget color. Drop the ego outside. The present government needs to engage the new National Party. Because the new National Party has experience. Dr. Mitchell has 23 years experience in being Prime Minister. So he must have a thing or two he knows. And I don't think they will go to Dr. Mitchell and he won't help. No any kind of guy he is. He will willingly help because he puts country above all else. So the buck is with the Prime Minister to engage Dr. Kit Mitchell, engage the retired police officers, the crime fighters. Because this thing is bigger than only one person, and we know you don't have institutional knowledge. We know you lack experience. And we know you just show some arrogance. So you need to tell us. A chatter on the street tell me to ask the question, how much... Let me take the call.
Hello.
Good day, Master Cole.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I decided to listen to the but then again, I can't keep quiet about the talk.
You can't sit down.
Can't sit down. You know, I walked out last night. I jumped in agriculture for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I walked. He came to me and he told me to ask you to do, and also Mr. Pierre, to do all the investigation.
Walk away from the radio. Walk away from the radio.
They say last week they saw a Chinese delegation taking out pictures of the Mongshu estate. So it's apparently that the Chinese say they will be taking over soon. I don't want to spread news what is not right on this station because it's a station of truth. They said the Chinese said they will be back this week. So we don't know what, I don't know if it's lease. So the workers concerned whether the Chinese go still keep them or what they have. But something is out. They're taking out pictures and say they will be in charge soon. And they said this government do send question. So they want Masakal and Mr. Pierre help answer question. I say, well, Masakal cannot answer question. They say because when they're asking, they're not answering. So nobody knows where we.
No, the Mongshu workers know how to speak for them because when I talk, they get their money and all kind of things. So they believe in me.
Yeah. They said the Chinese take out picture yesterday. They don't know if it's rent or lease or whatever. They don't know. But, and the Chinese will be back. They will be back. I think this week they will be back. So workers concerned. They're concerned whether they go be with the Chinese or whether the Chinese go have the nobody knows. It's for investigation.
All right, I'll put my Mark on.
Okay.
But you're good otherwise, though.
All right. Yes, well, we listen because I have enough food now. With that tape you played there, where the Prime Minister said that's not his business. I want to hear what them activists, how they're defending that. They just come and argue with me. I want to hear them defend that.
What do you want again, Igor?
Premonition.
He say you have premonition, he does know when bad things happening too.
I'm glad you played a lot of times, so who are else to hear?
Let them hear.
Let
All right, caller. We are on there? Let me take it.
Good. We lost it. Got it back.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, gentlemen.
Hey!
Good evening.
Senior Clifford.
Yes, sir. I just heard you use a word there,
Eh.
and I fall in love with it to an extent.
Premonition?
No, that you say that the ruling party or government should have some conversation with Dr. Mitchell.
They have to?
And with the NMP because they have experience. And
Yes.
I think I support that 100%. That there's nothing wrong in talking or getting some ideas because it's in the interest of Grenada. So I surely on top of you with that. But also the NMP have to get the act together. We're hearing rumors, we're hearing things, and the NMP as a team out there have to get the act together. So when information goes out, we as supporters at NMP must be able to speak with one breath and saying the things that we know is true. Otherwise, we get in a lot of distorted information, which I'm not going to go into, but I'm saying that people are hearing a lot of distorted information, and it doesn't sound well for a party. But I agree with you that with the experience of the NNP in office, Mr. Dick will have the right to ask for some advice in the interest of Grenada. Note ban is too big to learn, right? You're doing something and you will have any idea of it, you ask. I could tell you that a lot of people that had boxing plan in Grenada came into Goodson and learned how to establish a boxing plan. Because the first private boxing plan in Grenada for Bipartisan. So the thing of learning must be a process that goes on. Don't die with your information. You had people long ago when you send your son to learn tailoring, they say the tailor when he had to cut, he's sending you in the shop. He don't want you to see how to cut. Right? So you dying with the knowledge. Man mustn't die with your knowledge. Pass it on. I believe in that. I am a farm supervisor and I pass on my information to other people. So I totally with you there, Brother Carl. But I think we have to take it on both sides. Because I am not satisfied with a lot of things I see and hear happening with the government. Right? But again, if the gentleman doesn't want to hear, you can force him to hear. But I think engagement is good. Because I am not satisfied with a lot of things I'm hearing from the opposition and from the government.
Yeah, for the country's sake, he has to swallow his pride.
Right, so I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Things are skelter. This thing that the gentleman just said that the estate may be taken over or wanting to take over or something is in the middle. All these things is things that the Ministry of Agriculture must be on top. Right?
Sometimes they don't want people to know too, you know.
No, you could have a private conversation until you get nitty-gritty out. But the estate it belongs to the state of Grenada. And anything that the government is going to do must be in the state, must be for the benefit of Grenada. So nothing wrong. If the estate is there and they're not making any progress, and somebody else wants to handle it and make progress, I support that. But it must be done above board. NMP had given the people some estates to manage, and we know what happened. We see what happened. Today they're still saying Grand Bay Estate is one of the best estates in Grenada. So it means that some good things are taking place. Some good things are taking place. So if our company wants to develop agriculture and they're looking at Mount Estate, Mount Road Estate. It's a plus for Grenada, because there are a lot of acres of land that line here and there, helter-skelter, nothing done. And if they could put proper things together, we could get benefit from them. So you're on the right track, Brother Carl, in that one. You're on the right track in it, but let's hit it from both ends.
So what do you think of the crime situation now?
Well, I'm dissatisfied with what I see happening. I mean, I'm frightened that every week, is there any shooting for this week again?
Well, this morning had.
You had one this morning again.
Well, look at it. I mean, something had to be wrong. Something had to be wrong. Well, I mean, we're not immune as any other country to say, okay, that because it happened in St. Vincent, happened in St. Lucia, happened with. But I think.
But that don't make it right side yet to happen here.
But no, I didn't say you give the right. But I'm saying the fact that it's happening all over, the way it start happening in Grenada, too constant. Every weekend for the longest time, you have some gunplay or some shooting there. You know that is target people. That is real target people, and then we don't know who is who. We don't know who is the target people. You know, in Trinidad, we know Trinidad had a thing years ago. I spent a little while in St. Lucia, and I mean, every day you hear siren, boom, 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 you know. But we didn't have that in Grenada. If we have that now, that means something else is wrong, you know. There's hidden questions to be answered.
All right, Clifford.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Take care.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hi. Hello?
Master Carl.
Hey, you go?
Yeah, I do, man. Master Carl, the thought out there to come together is a very good thought. So we should come and unite and give ideas and share. But Master Carl, when you sit down and you look at it, we have to wonder if we may pick a whip to beat us to our own selves, because what we need is a love sharing and some respect. These people need to respect the jobs of the green people too, the contracts of the green people, and show some love that the green people is part of this nation. If you decide that, okay, you go isolate the green people and you go do them this and do them that, and we go in there now and giving them ideas how to better things and improve things, which we know we should, but it makes us wonder, are we picking our whip to beat our own selves too? You know, our safety also is the safety of the nation, and their safety is also our safety, and our safety is also their safety. But the way they're treating people is like they don't care about our safety. It's like we were the blight on the cocoa tree in the field. We old, we no good, we corrupt. Time to go. Now, Master Carl, they come in young and vibrant. We can't see youngness, you know, because all the way your past is some retiree walking. Look in the market now. They put a man there, but he's a retiree, a man who draw any pension and all kind of thing already. The same thing they condemn. They come and even make it worse. But Master Carl, my thing is, the hate these people display, that kind of restorative nonsense that they display on the people. You're going in there to advise them to better a situation. Isn't it like showing them how to use their gun better? It's because these people need, first of all, to show that this is one country, one people. And get our people under that umbrella, one country, one. Yes, we have different parties and we respect that. But when you show the people, I could take your daily bread away from you. I could diss your contract and send you home anytime. You know, it makes us feel that they're isolated. And these are the same people now. We must go and help to get the ship on board, get the ship steering properly. Yes, we should do it. But we keep wondering, when we don't do these things, are we picking a whip to beat our own selves? Because these people need to change their heart. We need to see a change of heart, a change of policy, a general policy towards the nation. These people need to show respect to every Grenadian as a Grenadian, not in colors. They need to do like what Keith Mitchell said to Dr. Mitchell said to include people. Despite of what? Despite of what? Include them. And if these people can't include people in that general way as a Grenadian, I don't see how we as Grenadians will help this. How we as the do good people, the no good people, the what kind of people could go in there and really help them. These people is out for a serious, long, bitter ride. And everything we predict and we tell them will happen is happening.
That frightens me most, eh?
And it's happening right in their nose, it's blowing up in their nose, and they just can't learn. They can't see, they can't hear. Look at gun crime. We told them about it. We tell them how they isolated families and what they're doing. They will create this kind of thing. They will even create the gang thing coming back. Because people will run to where they could get security. Young boys, when they destroy the programs and things, young boys will be back on the blocks. What they're doing on the blocks, gambling. After gambling is it, they go join the gang. They go want to look for more money. They go want to go behind the drugs. You go rotten society, that behavior. But they didn't care. We young and we this and we that. And they fool young people. Young people of this nation must understand.
Yeah.
That the NDC
They get catch.
fool them. They fool them, they lie to you. It's their cronies and their partners they're fattening. Look at most of the key positions in this country. They give it to the elderly, as they
The
say.
colleagues.
And the elderly colleagues. Massacre will be out for a long, hard ride in this desert.
Mm-hmm.
The sun going to beat us, but at the end of it, I know we go come through. We will come through. And
We go
will come through.
eat the bread that the devil make.
Yeah. Oh God, more than what you need. Some of them bread they ain't needing it. Massacre Grenada is a sad place.
But we can't give up, We have to play part because we have to prove to the persons that we are the patriots.
We will never give up.
And we don't just come around and saying we just feel proud to be Grenadians. We're proud to be Grenadians since we born. Since my mother pushed me out, I'm proud to be Grenadian. Alright, caller.
Thank you, Massacre.
Yeah, Igwe, you know, the men them try to put so much pressure on Greenback. But you think coming in a kind of way they need Greenback? But we go put country first. Because we can't allow the country, because if we don't want to inherit a country that they low down Igwe.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people make up their mind already. What will happen next time around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Igwe.
Mm-hmm.
Laco. You see, they promise the youth so much, Igwe.
Mm-hmm.
No. They're not delivering. And the Prime Minister say, if the people not getting what they expect from you, it's a failed state.
Mm-hmm.
So the Prime Minister need to do a couple of things. Fire the Minister of National Security. Put somebody else. Fire the advisors. Get some others. Fire the commissioner. The deputy commissioner, the one by the past year. It don't make any sense. Don't bring back mom. Mom don't make any sense. You other people we think. So no frigging in the rigging.
Mm-hmm.
No hanky-panky. Like genuine advice we giving them. Or go fix the thing. Then what is the crime strategy? A man could talk to Rodriguez James. How come I don't engage in Rodriguez James again? Why Rodriguez James eat and don't give all? Must be something good. What is the crime strategy? Is there a crime strategy really? He spoke about putting a committee together one time ago. You heard that clip there? Yeah, man.
I must be having button in.
Yeah, it's from Friday, man. Check Friday's work. Yeah, man. Check Friday's work. It should be. One of them clips on Friday where he talk about putting a group together, man.
Friday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, three.
Social partners?
Yeah. Put that clip for him. Because that's what you see.
To further demonstrate our commitment to put people at the center of our development agenda, this administration will introduce a social partners committee comprising representatives from government, labor unions, the private sector, churches, non-governmental organizations, and the youth to help steer government's policies going forward. This committee, chaired by the Prime Minister, will meet once quarterly to review current government initiatives and provide constructive feedback and suggestions for improvement from their respective organizations, thereby ensuring an inclusive approach to our shared development. Mr. Speaker, we do not pretend to have all the answers. This administration is committed to inclusive governance and welcomes innovative solutions from all citizens, especially our young people.
Hello, call.
Putting the young people in.
Hello.
Igwe, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Nakal.
Hey.
Good afternoon. What's up now?
I'm there. What's up with you?
I did. I forgot I'm listening to the program, and listening to the utterances of some callers. I am wondering. Mr. Kala, I'm wondering. I have 4 words here for some of the callers to check out, to concentrate on. Deception, misinformation, disinformation, and propaganda. These are words that some of them callers should check out before they call the program and say utter nonsense. Master Kala, have a good evening.
All right, tell 1 word to the wises, you know.
Yeah. To bang upon them.
Igwe.
You have premonition?
Yeah.
Tell me now. Huh?
Play the clip again. I want to talk about it, but I want people to hear it.
Which are social partners? Wait, I'll lose it here. Well, I'm going to call. Good afternoon.
Mr. Amida Korba,
Yeah.
the Prime Minister talking about youth. If the Prime Minister care, is a man to me, don't care about poor people. If he care about the youth, he will give them youth jobs. He will give them youth in Grenada jobs. Now we talking about he want to go and meet with them. He want to go and meet with them in Florida and in other villages. Give them jobs they want. So they will not go and sell marijuana and cocaine, Mr. Dick Mitchell, as the Prime Minister. The young people frustrated. They're frustrated. I have young children too. I have youth that out there and they can't get a job for years. Give them something to do and you're sending them home. You're sending their family, your people, your government, then let me say, sending home the parents. So that's why they have to go and join gangs. I'm not saying he's in a gang before, you know. I'm not saying he's in a killing and he's in a robbing and thieving. But it gets worse. It gets worse in Grenada. I live in here. So nobody come in and call and say not that. What I'm saying, look there before. Some bus conductor and bus drivers singing in the terminal and one mash up a bus, you know. One mash up a bus. Up to yesterday, the police there and they fighting battle. They smoking marijuana right in the terminal. You pass in, you stand up a bus, and then man rolling this place. So the society is lawless. People do what they want. The police are them fed up. Nobody tell me that. I see that in my eye every day. And I don't have to be sacrificed, no disrespect to you, sir. But every time you want NNP to do what NNP could do. What NNP could get the act together. They don't have a voice. Even if they ask the government whether in parliament to do something, They're not doing it, sir. What you want them to do? Tell me when you call again. Tell me what act you want them to get the act together. Tell me, sir. They're not in power. And you know, these and them don't listening to them. They're trying. What you want them to do, sir? What you want them again to do? I don't understand. I don't understand. Every meeting they have, they're trying to explain to us what's going on. And we live in here, we see what's going on. But you want them to get the act together. What act again? This Ministerial government not listening. They promise us what they go do. They won't fire nobody. They tell you again, and they had the clips playing. They tell you that contract work is illegal, but they have contract work. What you want them, what you want the members to do? Some of them hypocrites and they gone on the other side because they don't work in. Money don't coming in. Why you want them? Why you want Peter to do? Why you want Peter to do? Why you want Mr. to do? Why you want Miss Morris to do? They hand tie under these people and them. My God, have a good evening.
All right, Sister Combs.
Mothers, they greeting to all the mothers of the nation once more, Eagle.
Yep.
You didn't get nothing for them, Eagle?
Nah, I couldn't find nothing without copyright, man.
Oh, shit.
Everything in copyright. Mothers did the copyright on them.
So, Igwe, somebody tell me all that big bore time can live in one hole sooner or later. It go happen. So, is there a crime strategy? If so, what it is? If so, what is the expectation of the public? If so, how does it align with the anti-crime strategy? That is the question. Because we're dealing with crime, because the crime up and up and up. The Prime Minister don't say nothing. Andy Williams don't say nothing. Philip Telesford don't say nothing. Claudette Joseph don't say nothing. Jonathan Lacroix don't say nothing. Kieran James don't say nothing. Queens don't say nothing. Joseph Andal, mouth zip. Dennis Cornwall, mouth zip. Tevin, hands on his lip. David Andrew don't say nothing. Delma Thomas don't say nothing. Gloria Thomas don't say nothing. Lennox Andrew don't say nothing. Tessa Sincere don't say nothing. The 15 of them don't say nothing.
None of them.
Like they happy with the crime. Because they saying no Grenada are running good with the most crime ever, unprecedented. People used to get shot every weekend in Grenada. That never used to happen. And they still saying that the best Grenada ever function, Eagle. So you have to know something wrong. You have to know the jackassing the thing. But like I tell you, I give all you some advice today. Well, if all you don't take it, it's a matter entirely for all you. But you go be a witness. Because somebody advising all you. Somebody telling all the things what I could do. So if I don't want to take it, and I still employ, because Igwe, the Prime Minister don't have to come in no grandeur plan now, you know. All he has to say to the nation, Igwe, let us come together. We need to, all he has to say to the nation, we need to come together as a country to tackle gun and gang violence. The entire nation must join and help the police to arrest and to take back the country. That's all he has to say in the first discussion. And the second thing he has to say, well, I will engage first the opposition, which is the NNP. Play the clip again for me, because I want people to understand, because he has an idea, you know. Not to say he don't know, you know.
To further demonstrate our commitment to put people at the center of our development
So let's
agenda,
demonstrate the commitment.
this administration will introduce a social partners committee comprising representatives from government, labor unions, the private sector, churches, non-governmental organizations, and the youth to help steer government's policies going forward. This committee, chaired by the Prime Minister, will meet once quarterly to review current government initiatives and provide constructive feedback and suggestions for improvement from their respective organizations, thereby ensuring an inclusive approach to our shared development. Mr. Speaker, we do not pretend to have all the answers. This administration is committed to inclusive governance and welcomes innovative solutions from all citizens, especially our young people.
Igwe. Prime Minister, if you, now is the time. That same committee you speak of, include all and sundry, have a national coalition to support the RGPF. Or how the person put it again? The one with them, the retirees, including all the retirees.
RGH. Oh?
Yes. All the retirees. So, we could do something. Even the RGHFTA, Royal Grenada Home for the Aged. Even those on the Royal Grenada Home for the Aged. Let everybody come together. And let us find a way to take back the country. And we don't do it for us, you know. We do it for our children, anyway. And for our children. That we will pass on to them. Because no picnic, no children can flourish in a war zone. And right now we're heading to that direction. So, Mr. Prime Minister, I implore you, I beseech you, to take counsel, to listen to the people, to form that particular committee instead of you traveling on plane. Why is it what again, Igwe?
Premonition.
You should have a premonition. So anytime you have this premonition, call the committee and say, watch, I having this premonition. Let's see how we could work on it. Because that your words. To the premonition again, because people don't say anything. Like, yeah. And then we go explain what the dictionary say about premonition.
From the time I've been in office, I've been saying this. Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear, the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region. And that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
I can't tell already poor thing, you don't know.
You don't know.
And then play, you talk about the social partners, and I will tell you something, you know. Igwe.
Steady.
To further demonstrate our commitment to put people at the center of our development agenda, this administration will introduce a social partners committee comprising representatives from government, labor unions, the private sector, churches, non-governmental organizations, and the youth to help steer government's policies going forward.
So he lie for the youth, he mislead them. Government, the unions, they are the unions in the pocket, the union gets soft like soft pop. Who's the others they have again?
Churches.
The churches, they pray for him to, and they see down there while he practicing, according to my friend Pay, while he dabbling in the occult. Civil society, we know who civil society does support in politics. He don't speak to the opposition yet. You know. Or NNP, so like they don't see NNP a part in development of the country. You see how these guys, and when we warn them of saying them things and them, they don't understand. But he have premonition.
Yeah, premonition. Catch a thing. Social partner, okay.
You, I don't know. Igwe. I can't see that. I want to say it to the nation, but I'm scared.
Why you want to say? Break it down.
I can't say it at all. I don't want to put people at risk. Igwe. Igwe are scared at all. Information is out there, Igwe suggesting. Play a clip for me, Igwe. Let me compose myself.
To further demonstrate our commitment to put people at the center of our development agenda, this administration will introduce a social partners committee comprising representatives from government, labor unions, the private sector, churches, non-governmental organizations, and the youth to help steer government's policies going forward. This committee, chaired by the Prime Minister, will meet once quarterly to review current government initiatives and provide constructive feedback and suggestions for improvement from their respective organizations, thereby ensuring an inclusive approach to our shared development. Mr. Speaker, we do not pretend to have all the answers. This administration is committed to inclusive governance and welcomes innovative solutions from all citizens, especially our young people.
Mr. Prime Minister, stick to your words.
You can't see that?
No, I can't see that. I ain't singing that.
They have to hire more police.
Why do you think I'm scared at all?
A lot more police. You have to hire real police right now.
Igwe.
Jesus.
What he was he was getting grimy.
Yeah, grimy. This is.
What the Prime Minister? What you have?
This is grimy.
What the Prime Minister have?
Premonition.
You want to say that?
They have to hire more police. A lot more.
Oh. Igwe, I'm caught within a rock and a hard place. Listeners, I know you guys in suspense, but that information I can't let it go. All I could say is those who are praying genuinely, pray on. Those who are praying genuinely, push. Pray until something happens. Don't depend on the prayer warriors, and that time get buy out. They buy that on them. That time is bias. They have biasness.
When you bias?
Igwe, you think grimy more than we thinking.
Hire more police.
Because when the Prime Minister going to make that ram good statement out of that or nothing, play that statement again. Because that statement is a ram good statement. The National Minister of National Security talking that utter.
From the time I've been in office, I've been saying this. Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear, the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region. And that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
We agree? Ah, boy. Oof. I want to finish by how I started, Igwe. And to call on all and sundry. We need to come together. If Grenada needed any one of us, is now. And if we always say for not what the country could do for us, is what we could do for the country, now is the time. Let us forget all what they do in the greenback. Because if you allow them to mash up the country, the thing will come worse than Ebola. We have to step up. We have to show them leadership. We have to show them that we're not like them. When we was in government, they tried to break down everything. We have to show them now we part. And we want to be part of the solution going forward. We want to arrest the situation of gun crimes and gun violence and take back our country for our children and our children's sake, Igwe. Now this thing touched me to my core, you know, Igwe. This thing touched me so deep there now. I just don't know what I could say, you know. On branch, I don't know how to handle that on branch.
I'm telling you how to fix it. Hire more police.
Give the police all the information that people have. That's all I would say. Give the police the information. Don't hold it back. Don't say you vex with that police so you don't give him. Don't say they mash up the police for so that they ask business. Give them the information. It is important that we take over the country and put it back into the hands of serious people. The thing's getting serious. Please give the police all the information so they could cause things to solve the issues. Don't punish, don't burn a church to roast a corn seed. Igwe, I don't know, this thing, I'm in a bind. That last piece of information, Igwe.
I don't like it.
It's heavy like lead, you know. Thick like mud.
Hire more police. More police than civilian. So we go in a party, all of us is police inside.
But they have to give the police resources.
Grenada have, except
because they have
except the bulletproof vests, but they are machine. They have thing. Hire more police.
And NNP, which has been in charge of this country more time than any other party since independence, have to be part of the solution going forward, whether we like them or not, Igwe. That is my view. Even George Worm recognized NNP has to be part of the solution. When George Worm admitting that NNP has to be part of the solution, they have to take it seriously, Igwe. Wow.
Look again, next piece of info again. Let me fall down to you. See, people know what's going on, you know.
Igwe, let's, as this country faces its darkest hour, let's come together as one people. As Black Stallion say, the country needs us now more than ever. As we face our darkest hour, all I could say to all, let's be our brother's keeper. Igwe. The thing is serious. As Admiral Tibet and Ninja and same time so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. Let's do what any person who loves their country would do. Wow. Wow. Till next week, Igwe.
Bless Sunday, y'all.
You tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need more close to tell them go